The questions are yours. We're using 4 of them today. I go to the Bible to find answers. Let's get to question number 1 right now. Does God hear the prayer of the unsaved? Well, James chapter 4 verse 3 says that if we ask to consume it on our own lusts, then God will not hear us. But God does hear the prayer of every sincere person who asks for salvation. Whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. And I think all of us pray at some time. During World War II, they used to say that there are no atheists in foxholes. 1 John chapter 3 verse 22 says that we receive what we ask for if we keep His commandments. Now question number 2, is homosexuality natural or a learned activity? Well, you have to remember that this is the Bible has the answer, and so I'm not trying to be politically correct. The Bible says in Romans chapter 1 that it is a choice which people make, a choice which becomes a depraved appetite when it's indulged in. And now question number 3, why did God judge David for numbering the people, and Balaam, that's Numbers 22, for going to see Balak? Well, in both cases, these people did what seemed to be common sense, but the sin lay in their motivation. David was failing to trust God for victory, and Balaam, of course, was failing to believe that God would vindicate him. The Bible says, trust in the Lord and lean not on your own understanding. Whenever we get our eyes off God, we are wrong. Now question number 4, why are sacrifices restored? Ezekiel 46, since Christ died once and for all. Well, Ezekiel chapter 44 is talking about millennial conditions and tells us that during that period of time when Christ reigns on the earth, that animal sacrifices will be reestablished. It must be a memorial. After all, the Lord's table today, Holy Communion, is a memorial. Jesus said, "This do in remembrance of me." And so apparently during the millennial period, people will be reminded of their debt of gratitude to God in this way that is described in Ezekiel 44. Thank you so much for these questions. I trust the answers have been helpful. If you have a question you'd like me to use on The Bible Has the Answer, please write it out, send it to me. I'll be pleased to hear from you. I'll get to your question on the air just as quickly as I can. And when you write, all the address you need is simply Faith to Live By, Box 426, Winnipeg, Manitoba, and the code is R3C2H6. The mixed quartet now, Near the Cross.